Today I would like to introduce a project started after a suggestion of a colleague from a company which called me and asked if it's possible to calculate the processing time of program prepared in TruTopsBend for the TruBendCell5000 series machine based on the BNC program file. I started the project, some analysis, and the result I would like to present now. I start the application, which is prepared for analysis of a BNC file. It works after shifting and dropping a BNC file into the window of this application. Here we can follow the calculations, and after finishing calculations we get the results. I copy the results into the clipboard, paste them into the notepad window for better view. We started our analysis. First we calculated the first processing cycle for the first part laying on the bottom of our stack, and then the second part, the third part, and the last part. Then we calculated the total of the processing time and the average value of the 4 calculated parts. Why these values are different? It's logical, because the first part was placed straight, the other part was placed on the opposite position. It means there should be additional regrip to put the part in this position. The next one was positioned straight, and the last one again with regrip on the top of the stack. How the processings are done? This application analyzes the BNC file, but for that analyze in his configuration in this application there are several data and settings, and we visit the settings to explain to you how it works. This one of you that are familiar to the BNC file started on the TruBendCell machine control really good know these orders. These are orders processed by the bending machine and by the robot machine, and for each of these sequences here in these applications I can prepare a formula for calculation of the cycle time of particular operation. And for that, here in this table we have the parameters, for example, of the rotation speed of x of each roboter axis, for the A axis, for the B axis, C and D, and these speeds are given in the degrees per seconds, and in addition we have the linear speed of the speed from the low to the highest maximum speed with which is able the robot to position parts in the Cartesian axis, in the Cartesian coordinates. This is one source of data, the formulas for each particular operation. From the BNC file, the system calculates all position points information, which are placed in the header of the BNC file. And I open now the preview of the NC program, and we go to the table tab. And what is interesting, we have here a section which describes all points which has to visit our robot processing the whole program. We have here for this particular program 130 points, and for each of that points we have the coordinates to reach, and we have the information if particular point will be reached with the in the Cartesian coordinates or in the angle coordinates. And for the Cartesian coordinates we have the information in particular column if there is the maximum or the minimum speed used for movement from point, for example, 120 to 121. These informations are very important for the algorithm which is used by the application by his calculations. What is our next step in this project? The application is prepared. The application is able to give us some data, but we need to check how the data are corresponding to the reality. And then I have a very big topic. For everyone who is programming with TruTopsBend, a TruBendCell5000 series machine with Bendmaster 60 or Bendmaster 150 kilograms, I kindly ask to send me few BNC files, but not only BNC files. I need for that BNC files the measured processing time, which gives me the real information how long time takes a cycle of processing particular part or a sequence of part, like here. It means, for example, 4 parts that takes 400 seconds. With this information I will be able to check the working of the algorithm, and my task, my goal, is to reach the accuracy of calculated time with a difference no more than 5 seconds to the real measured time on the machine control. To reach that, I need much data, and I hope you will help me to collect them to prepare the final configuration, which will be able maybe be helpful for you in your daily work. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that you will help me. Thank you.